Okay, and the second thing is from starting right now at what, 10:40, we're going to have a zero level of talking unless you're asked to speak, unless I call on you. All right. Okay, before we get started, I want to show you guys some things that I brought in. I have a me tub, and I named it me tub because it is filled with items about me.
And it's like a tub.
And it's in a tub, so me tub. So before I show you what's actually in the tub, say for example, what if I pulled out a fishing pole, which I don't have in here, but what if I pulled out a fishing pole out of this tub, out of my me tub? What would that, raise your hand, what would that possibly tell you about me if I pulled out a fishing pole? Sonia.
That means you go fishing.
Exactly, very good. It would mean, but did I tell you that I like to go fishing?
No.
Oh,
Describes
okay. Very good. You guys are very smart. You're going to do very good. I can already tell you. Okay, but exactly. It means that it would mean that I like to fish. I didn't tell you that I like to fish, but you saw the fishing pole and go. You put two things together that Mrs. Fields likes to fish.
Could you give us clues?
What did we say? Trevor, when is the only time we're going to talk? When you raise your hand. Exactly. Okay. So I'm going to say, okay, hands down. The point was that I didn't tell you any of those things about me, but you now know that I like to cook. I have 2 daughters. I like the University of South Florida. Okay, we're waiting. Okay, I think that's probably 2 minutes off of the movie. Okay, that I like the University of South Florida, which actually is the college that I went to. What else? That I like to read. That was my e-reader. And that I like to cook. So again, I didn't tell you any of those things, but now you know some things about me. And Vincent, earlier, he was so smart, he knew what we were leading to. He told us, I think you said that you did what? What were you guys doing when you were guessing those things or putting those 2 things together? And you were, okay, say it loud, we were doing what? Inferencing. We were making inferences or inferring. Yeah, very good. So let's use that, okay, let's use that example that Caitlin just gave. She said she didn't know that her friend liked soccer. She saw a soccer ball, which was a clue. She saw the soccer ball the same way we saw the objects in here. And she then related what she already knows about a soccer ball. Okay, my friend has a soccer ball. She must like soccer or play soccer. So she related what she knew, what her already knew in her brain about soccer balls. She put the 2 together. She connected them, and then she said, "My friend likes soccer," or "My friend plays soccer." So that is what inferring or inferencing is, and we can use that with text the same way. We see the text, we read the words, what the author has written. We look for important details, clues, or important details, words, or clues in that text. We use what we know about those words, what we already know in our brain about those words. We put the 2 together and connect, and that's when we make an inference. That's when we can infer what the author might be saying that he didn't actually write on the page. So we're going to use that making inferences and inferring while we read the next story in our reading book, which is Seal Surfer. If you guys quickly go over those words, because there may be a couple in there that we may not know. So when we run into them in the story, we will know what they mean. Yes, Caitlin? Okay, all right, well, we're going to see, we're going to go over all of them just to make sure everyone knows what they mean. The first word is bask. Bask. And bask means to rest, to like rest it in pleasant warmth.
And a warm sun.
Okay, and what I did, being that this story is about seals, I kind of printed out some pictures to go with the vocabulary words, and that's where some seals are basking in the sun. So when we run across those words in the story, now we understand what those mean. Yeah, okay, so let's go ahead and get started with the story. Let's turn to our next page where we have our title. So, okay, Seal Surfer by Michael Foreman. What we are going to do, again, we're going to keep on, we're talking about making inferences. That's kind of the main thing we're going to focus on when we read the story today. I'm sure everyone has a T-chart, and we are going to use this T-chart to organize our information as we are making inferences in the story. On the left side, we have inference, and on the right side, we have evidence. And evidence is the same as like proof. And that proof is going to be our important detail, word, or clue from the story that supports the inference that we made. So I'm going to read the story out loud. You're going to have to pay attention because I'm going to just stop randomly at points, and we're going to stop and make some inferences. Okay, I need to go ahead and start, Trevor, so just hold that thought. So it's how, okay, we're going to do this one together. How do you think Ben feels about the sight of the mother and the pup? Wait. So okay, I need you to write your inference down and then evidence, some proof. That will be an important detail, word, or clue from what we just read.
Maybe his parents might have died in a car accident and he got hurt from that.
That's a good inference, and that's a good catch. That's an important detail from the story. Okay, we are on 54, winter. So again, the season has changed again. Are you with us in the back row?
No, I'm not
Died. It's just we have to inference.
Okay. While the wet winter wind.
I'm not writing.
Okay, well you can listen while you're writing. Okay, I'm waiting for everyone to be quiet so we can go on.
Okay.
Okay, spring. This is where we're going to make our.
2 years.
Very good. It's been 2 years since the seal pup was born. Okay, and this is
So
where
she's
we're
2
going
years
to
old.
listen. Exactly.
2 years old.
And I need you guys to listen because this is where we're going to make our last inference and then finish up the
Doesn't
story.
he have to go to school?
So what can you infer from that? Why was Ben's grandfather not there this spring?
He died.
Okay, so
That's
the author didn't tell us that, but we
He died?
could infer that. What is something else we could infer?
That's
That's your choice, that he died.
Buried.
No, well, okay, well,
Maybe a bear ate him.
Caitlin, what's
Maybe a bear ate
another?
him.
We're listening to Caitlin. We are listening to Caitlin. Okay, now Caitlin.